Well, we are here with anybody but just an ordinary man. You may recognize him as Ronnie Lamarque. And Ronnie, it's great to have you with us here on LSU Game Day Live.
Thanks, Victor.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming so much. You may not know, of course, people in South Louisiana, particularly New Orleans, know Ronnie here from his auto dealerships and his presence on TV. He also is a big football fan, not only a former player, but his son is currently on the LSU team, a former Newman star that's a fullback now at LSU.
Correct. Ronnie Michael is, I call him Ronnie Michael because of Ronnie, Big Ronnie. I used to be Big Ronnie, now he's Big Ronnie. But he's a fullback. He's redshirted this year. What a wonderful program LSU has. We toured all the different schools, but LSU had such an ambiance about it of teaching and learning and school and tutoring that really attracted my wife and I, so that's why Ronnie's a Tiger.
Yeah, and obviously got a great attraction for him as well, and the fact that, unfortunately, redshirting being injured, they could use a fullback right now with what's going on there at
Ronnie's
LSU.
going to be a player. He's 6'3", 230. He's going to be 245 by next year, and that's what you have to do to take on the linebackers and DNs in the SEC, which is the next step for those guys is the NFL. I want my son to come to work for me. But anyway, that's what's going on.
When he was going through, I know he went to the LSU camp, and so many people, that's become such a big deal. For those who may not know about your son, when he played in high school, he was actually offensive, defensive line, played some linebacker.
Right.
What helped lead him for the transition to now get to the fullback position at LSU?
They offered him a chance to go to camp, and he went to camp. It was 3 days. It was grueling, ladies and gentlemen, 3 days, 24th, 25th, and 26th of July, which was like 115 degrees.
Yeah, absolutely.
And man, it was from 7 in the morning to, it was probably 10:30 at night. And they were looking to see, and they were filming to see who could come to the top, rise to the top. And Ronnie had an unbelievable camp, and he has the look and the strength, whatever. And they said, we want you to be a Tiger. You're going to be one of the 105. So you're going to be a preferred walk-on. So it wasn't a full scholarship, preferred walk-on. And you do what you have to do. You can make it. In fact, Coach Miles says, none of my fullbacks ever received a scholarship, but all of my fullbacks that play are on scholarship. So it's right in front of you. And through the grace of God, Ronnie's a Tiger.
You know, as we do with this show, and we're getting ready for the home game and the home finale against Texas A&M, because of your great sponsorship, and we love having you a part of our show here on LSU Game Day Live. You've been a big part of our tailgating segment each and every week on the show. For those, again, who know about Ronnie in New Orleans and all of your commercials and your support of not only the city of New Orleans, the Gulf South in general, and your support of the Saints, tailgating is such a big thing. Can you kind of even put that into words for people to understand, with your background and your invested interest being born and bred in New Orleans in this area, how tailgating is just such a part of the football life?
Oh, well, I remember back with Risen Star when I had the great champion in 1988. And you would celebrate after the win, okay? See, tailgating is whether you win or lose, you're celebrating before. Because if it was tailgating after the game, there wouldn't be as many tailgaters, because you want to be able to say, this is what I'm doing for my team. It is like a phenomenon. I know guys that do it, I mean, they're serious. Really, really serious. And at LSU, the hospitality, when you go, that's why it's the #1 place. I mean, Tiger Stadium and the tailgating is like, wow, it's like gravy without rice. Can't happen. I mean, so it is like the before, and then, of course, then the game comes, and then the support comes from your fans. But nobody does it better here or around the country.
I would be remiss if I didn't get a chance to ask you, for those who know Ronnie and you see him on TV, you've seen him in characters, you've seen him in song and dance. You have a great background in music, too. How much fun do you have when you're doing your advertising? We've seen you dancing, we've seen you serious, we've seen you fun, we've seen you in character. There's a lot of
It's okay if you don't like me. It's okay. I told a guy one day, he calls up, he says, I was on the Buddy Delaberta show way back when. He says, I want to let you know I don't like you, man. I said, hey, that's okay. I said, well, I'm better than Sinatra. He's, and he goes, he ain't better than Sinatra. It was WW, I told him. And he says, oh, you something wrong with you. I don't like him either. I said, wow, man. I said, this guy is really great. Then another time I was on, I said, yeah, I'm better than Sinatra. He says, you got to be losing it. I said, bring Sinatra to the Superdome tomorrow. He said, well, you can't. He's dead. I said, well, I'll win.
You're better than he is, as he is right there. You can see the man on TV, and remember, if you hear somebody screaming extra loud, supporting the team, it might be Ronnie. Just give him a little space, because the man is invested in the football.
Go Tigers!
It's great to have you here, Ronnie. Thanks so much
for
everything, and all the best to your son out there in the LSU program.
Au revoir, arrivederci.